There we go. I've got that recorder started now. Welcome to Friday, everybody. Hope you enjoy your day. Hey, it looks like we're going to get that 500 on the SPY and 5,000 on the S&P 500 today. How great is that? I can't believe how close it came on the S&P yesterday, day before, and it looks like today. We're going to get it. So be official today. Anyway. So what do we have here? Yep, it's Friday, February 9th, 2024. Let's stay on our toes as always, okay? Let's take a look really quick here at the T21-23. Yesterday it started to lift up a little bit, and it held it through the day. That's very good. I really like the 15-minute chart, how it's rallied up here, and you're getting that little pullback. So you're getting that low, high, higher low here. I probably should do this, shouldn't I? Where is it? There it is. Let's get that, and let's make that color. So you've got the low, the high, the higher low. And if you go back, you can see the low to the high to the higher low. And here was just a little bit of sideways move. You straighten that out, and there's your high. So it's starting to work out pretty good on the 15-minute. We're starting to roll up on that 60-minute. We need to hold that. Ultimately, I want to be over this candle right here. That's where we need to be. If this indicator will push up there, that'll show that we're getting good, real good support from the full market. And we talked about this yesterday in the room. It's not just the Magnificent Seven that's pushing us up. It's a whole lot of other stocks also helping. They happen to be the ones in the news, maybe hitting new highs, and the exciting ones. But there's a lot of other stocks pushing us up as well. So SPY is still bullish. That's something I want to talk about here too, because we're going to look at some stocks here in a second. I really want to focus on this. For the most part, I personally feel, maybe I'm wrong, and if I am, please somebody tell me I'm wrong. I have tried to simplify trading as much as possible, and I think I've got it down to where it's pretty darn simple. Follow the trend indicator here, those green dots, or red dots, whichever happens to be in the picture at the time. Follow the T line. That's that black line right there, and trade within that trend. There's only a handful of chart patterns. When I say a handful, I'm talking about a small hand, okay, not a big hand. There's only a small handful of chart patterns that we really look for to trade. And oh, by the way, this is the trend indicator. I think I forgot to say that, trend indicator. And then the black line, of course, we call that the T line, which is the 8 exponential moving average. So those chart patterns that we're looking for, and just a few simple, and we're, maybe 15 to 18 candle patterns, that's really all you need. I mean, if you want to get out there crazy, there's a lot more, but 15 to 18 is really all you need. And man, like I said, I think I've got it down pretty simple here. So let's look at some charts. The first one I want to look at is MSOS, because it may be setting up right here. So what I'm looking for on that buy is the buyers to prove to me they can come in. So I'm looking for a nice candle in there, something that says buyers are in. Now, outside of that, let's take a look at this chart. It's doing everything I would want it to do. There's our trend, and it's trending up quite nice. There's our T line. It's above the trend, and that makes, anytime you put a faster moving average on top of a slower moving average, what happens is you create that trend. And the trend indicator by the way, for anyone that doesn't know, it's just the 17 exponential moving average. Now, there's nothing magic about that. Of course, I would stay close to that if you're a short-term swing trader, if you're with us anyway. I mean, this is what we look at. the 20, 21. You can use 18 if you want, 15 if you want. You know, you're in that ballpark is what you're doing. Different trading styles might require that to be a little bit different, but I think for us, you know, we're in that area right there. So then we've got the T line, that's the black line, trending up above the trend indicator. So that tells us the stock is controlled by the bulls. That totally tells us that. And then we have these little pullbacks like this. That's just the bull taking a rest and the bear taking a little bite out. The overall trend is still there. All trends work this way. So it's very, very simple. And now just wait for a qualified candle signal. And something else I'm going to do is box this in. I'll go all the way to the trend indicator here. A little bit above those highs. This becomes an area to negotiate an entry, because where you want to make money is after it starts moving up. There's no real money made right here. So, you know, if somebody's making money and selling it right here, you're not making real good money. I mean, you're making money, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to throw rocks at that. But that's not, I think what you want is more money. And you're looking for that continuation is what you're after. So say you bought this right here, or even right here. Look how this continued. That's what you're looking for. Okay. So anyway, MSOS is one of those. IBKR, there we go. IBKR is setting up. This is nice bullish trend. Here we've popped up and pulled back. See the trend indicator right there? See the T line right there? See, we've got these bullish candles. This tells me the bulls are stepping in. This is the target area for IBKR that I'm looking at. So IBKR is definitely on the list. I wanted to look at this crisp and share a very good chart pattern. Okay, when you have now all my trading, I mean everything has the T line and the trend indicator involved. Okay, that goes to every chart, every trade, every single time. Some trades I'm going to incorporate the 50 period moving average or even the 200, maybe even other things, okay? But for this particular chart, this is a really nice chart pattern. You see how the green dots have gotten green? See, we've crossed the 50 period moving average. If you're making a checklist, it's not that every trade you make we have to be crossing the 50. That's not the case. But when you see that, that's one of those where you want to put that check mark in there. Check. That's a good thing. And then we have a candle pattern here. We call this candle pattern a Fig Newton candle pattern. Bullish candle, not so bullish, bullish. Or Fig Newton cookie. You know, you've got the Fig Newton outside, the middle, and the outside again. That's what we consider an extremely bullish candle pattern, and the trade on it is when it breaks out. So really, yesterday it broke out of those two candles. So yesterday could have been bought, and then of course today is setting up to be bought right now. So I just want to point out this is a really nice chart pattern. So this is one of those chart patterns you put in your trade book, where if you need to open it up on your desk and take a look at it, or print out the chart, draw on it, write a little note. And there's only a handful of these. There's not really that many. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out. That's a really nice chart. So let me mark this off. We did that one. We did that one. We did that one. Let's talk about Google. I've talked about Google here the last few days because I want to buy Google, but I want to wait for my chart pattern. And we started talking about Google down here. And the way I want to trade this is I want it to go higher, and then I want it to pull back. Well, you know, right in here, I'm waiting. Right in here, I'm waiting, and I'm willing to give all that up. Now that's just, that's my choice. My strategy that I want on this trade is, let's get that pencil out. I want it to go up just like it is right now. We're at that level right now. Now what I want is a rest. Now we could go up higher today and then rest. I want that rest, and I want to be in this area. And then I'm going to wait for buyers, because I don't want to be the first dog to the dog pound, okay? I don't want to be. I want more dogs in the dog pound. So I want more buyers. I don't want to be there by myself, and I don't want to be the first cat in the room. So I want more buyers. I want to see that the buyers are there. And then I will start buying some Google. Now, what will happen? What is the reasoning for that? Well, the reasoning is that will give us a low, right? That will give us a high. And then if we rest a little bit, let's change the color here. That will give us a trend. Low, high. Now, by probably if somebody was teaching all this, they might say, well, wherever that high is, that's what we need to break out of. And then it becomes a buy there. I'm willing to take that early buy, if you want to call it that, early buy right in here. And using this area right there as a stop, a little bit lower than that. Using that area, using the T line and the trend indicator as a stop area. So here's Google that we've talked about for a few days, and I'm patiently waiting for the setup. There's always a question, well, what if it doesn't pull back? If it doesn't pull back, I'll give everybody in the room here $100, okay? I mean, I'll buy everybody here a burger, beer, whatever you want, if it doesn't pull back. And that's how confident that I am. Now, it could go up here and pull back. That's okay. I'm waiting for the pullback, period. And we've been up now 1, 2, I'm going to go ahead and count today as 3. We're doing pretty good here. So maybe it goes up that 4th day. Still waiting for that pullback. That's the trade setup that I'm looking at. So that was Google here. Let's take a look at IBM. IBM here. Nice big gap up. IBM might be setting up. And I say might be. It is setting up. Okay, it's doing exactly what we want it to do. Rally up. Trend indicator is green. T line is above the trend indicator. Pretty simple, not hard. Now, what I like for an entry on this, what I think is the best entry, unless something changes, and it could happen. We could develop some price action in here over the next few days that changes what I think is a good entry. And what I think is a good entry is above 187.20 here. I want to be above these highs. Now that doesn't mean it can't be bought right here. Candlestick signals, all right? Here's a nice little bullish engulfing a couple of dojis right there. And we're showing some positive trading. So in the candlestick world, the fact that we're over, currently, right now, the fact that we're over that candle, that makes that a buy right there. So I think what I'll do is go up a little higher just to give some room, and then come down here just a little bit below the T line. This is what I would consider the buy area to negotiate an entry for IBM. Stop-wise, right now, stop-wise probably would be a close back below the T-line. I'm also considering the bullish engulf, because if we close below the T-line, this is what the candle might look like. So say today, say it's bought this morning sometime, and then it turns around during the day and it closes below the T-line. Is that the candle we really want to be in when we really don't have a good price action trend going on? I think this is pretty weak. We don't have the stacking of candles. So what we have is one single bullish engulf that, fact is, it has not confirmed. So, you draw, we talked about this. Use that Epic pen. It's free. I use something else because we record with it. But if you Epic pen works out great. You can draw on that instead of guessing what the chart will look like. Well, you can actually draw a candle and give yourself possibilities. Well, what if this happens, or what if that happens? Something like that. And I think that's very helpful for you. So because if that candle showed up, I don't think I would want to be in this chart yet. So anyway, I'm looking at that. We'll look at that as the entry area on it. I prefer 187. If you do buy it in here and you get up over that 187.25, kudos. I think that is really, really good. Hey, good morning, Carly, Roger, Fred, JW. Hey, good morning, Ed. Let's see, what time is it? I've got time for one more, maybe. So that was IBM. Let's take a look at MasterCard, okay? MasterCard. MasterCard's really nice. I want to start back here, and I meant to do this on that IBM, but we'll do it here. You see how that trend indicator, green dots, and you've got a little bit of red, and then the green dots again. That's a gorgeous chart. And when you have all those green dots, there's multiple places through here that could have been entered. What I want to talk about is what happens right here. So we get a little high, all right. The buyers are tired. They sort of sit back a little bit. A few bears come in here. There's a little bit of profit taking coming in, and there's enough that drops us below our trend indicator trend. But notice the T line never dropped below that trend indicator trend. We did get red. We got red because price dropped below. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, when we get green again, that is one of those things where I think stop for a moment when you see a chart that does that and evaluate that chart. That right there is, it doesn't mean that every time that happens, you're going to get a run like this. That's not what that means. But if you go look at these runs, this is a great picture of what happens. So they happen enough that I think it's worth keeping an eye on. Now, of course, you need market help with this. You need the market bullish, right? Well, when the market's bullish, this is what you look for. When the market is bearish, maybe something like this, just the opposite, is what you look for. But right now, we're bullish, so let's stick with that. So when we rally up in price, see how that pops up and pulls back? What a great buying opportunity. And everybody here that understands and knows the 3/8 trap, the PBO, that is beautiful. And then we rally up. This is another entry. Not necessarily, if you bought it here, you don't have to sell it in here. Nothing really happened. I mean, if you want to take your money, by all means, but it's still trending, still working. And if you're not in it, this is a great place to be looking to buy and or the breakout. See how we pop up? See how we're setting up again? We're pulling into the trend indicator here. We're putting in a nice little flag, bullish flag. We could also say, a lot of us look at what we call a pop out of the box right there. You've got that pop out of the box there. Tight trading right there at the trend indicator. The T line is still moving. There you go. So the plan now would be to buy inside the box or on that breakout of the box. Is what we're looking for. Anyway, I'm out of time. In fact, I'm over time. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you at the bottom of the hour in about 25 minutes when the market opens up. Thanks for hanging out with me on the pre-market chat. All right, I appreciate it. We'll see you guys just shortly.